time we were at 9.2. Yeah, come and sit down. He wants to sit outside to run away. Okay, yeah. So we're at the 10 closing documents. So who can read 10.1? Vicky 吗？来，让English teacher 来。
10.1, the seller or seller's lawyer will deliver normal closing documents to the buyer or buyer's lawyer upon reasonable trust conditions, 很长欸, consistent with the terms of this contract, including delivery within a reasonable time before the completion date to allow for confirmation of registration of documents at the land titles office, obtain the advance of mortgage financing, and verify the transfer of other value items.
Okay, so 10.1 closing documents. So at this stage, the lawyer will involve. So normally after we remove condition on the purchase contract, we will send to buyer, seller, a seller who will represent buyer's lawyer. And they will also tell us who is their lawyer, because all those documents will send to lawyer, and lawyer will need to wait for get the bank mortgage approval, mortgage document. So normally lawyer won't meet you too early. Even like you put the offer and your position is in 3 months, 6 months. Say, who is my lawyer? Who should I talk to? They won't have any of your information until like probably only a week before possession. So don't, unless you will be overseas or you'll be outside any case, you tell your lawyer, your realtor, I might be overseas, then you need to sign power attorney, or you need to arrange because you need to keep yourself available 1 week or 10 days before possession to meet the lawyer. Okay, but during COVID, starting, we can do video sign. But after COVID, like post-COVID, now some lawyer move back to have to meet you in person. But still some lawyer, they continue to video sign. You need to confirm. So in the past, if my buyer won't be available or my seller, normally I would then sign power attorney before they leave. If they have to leave, then they sign power attorney to the other party, or to cannot sign to their agent like me, because I'm their buyer agent listing, but sign to anybody who can go and meet the lawyer and sign for them before possession. But nowadays, some people say, I'm not going to fly back. So find me a lawyer who can do video sign. Okay, so that'll be easier. Okay, so land title office, when lawyer meet you, get the mortgage document, then they will book appointment to meet you. And when they get the money from you, bank draft, your down payment was, lawyer told you how much balance. You open an interest check, certified check to the lawyer. After they match you and sign, then they can go to land title office to change to your name. So on the possession day, the title will transfer. So we don't have any physical title at home. So your husband or your son can steal the, okay, it's only digital titles. So it won't get lost. It's always a title office, and lawyer go do that document for you. Okay, that's 10.1. Okay, 10.2. Hoping, can you read?
Okay, try. Closing documents will include an RPR showing the current improvements on the property according to the Urban Land Service Association Manual of Standards Practice, with evidence of municipal compliance or conforms, and confirming the seller's warranties about the land and buildings. The obligation will not apply if there are no structures on the land. The buyer or buyers lawyers must have a reasonable time to review the RPR prior to submitting the transfer documents to the land title office.
Okay, so RPR, we have a separate seminar talking about RPR before. So RPR means real property report. So real property report is, I don't have a sample here, but it's a kind of like bird eyes from up and look down. So they will tell you your land boundary and the house put in which position. So any permanent need to show under RPR. So for example, if it's a new home, probably you don't have fence, you don't have a deck. But after you live there a couple of years, you build fence, you build deck. So when the seller sell it, they need to update RPR because we need to confirm the fence is at the right position. The most arguing is you and your neighbor. Maybe you go one meter further to your neighbor's boundary. Then at that time, you need to move back. But it's not only because of fence. If somebody build a garage, for example, and if they didn't check the RPR, they build on top of a utility right of way, city need to access. You cannot build any permanent thing on top. So that's why RPR is quite important. When we sell house, seller have to provide update one. So buyer's lawyer or buyer's agent, normally when I represent buyer, lawyer will call me and ask, anything change you want to look at? So the permanent thing, if you ask if you see it's the same as a picture, then that's fine. But most new arguing thing is a storage shed, because some storage shed, the one some are portable, some are permanent. If they put a concrete, then you need to show on the RPR. And also air condition. If you see the air condition, then you need to put it on.
I have a question.
Mhm.
When I work at the branch before,
Mhm.
some existing client come to ask for the RPR from
Mhm.
bank. Let's say, where can we get this?
RPR data from seller is on the
Yeah.
contract. Seller have
Okay,
to
no, I'm
provide.
talking about the existing clients,
If
like they purchased already, so it's from the.
yeah, it must be at the package from their lawyer sent to them.
Okay,
It's a
I never check mine.
it's in one page. Or if even lawyer didn't keep it, go to land title office, go to the city of Calgary or land title, get it, or RPR company.
Okay.
Like if you see the stamp, the previous one code, then they should keep the record for 10 years. Yeah. Okay. So lawyer will check that land RPR is quite important, but some case there's no RPR, foreclosure or bank take back. That means those kind of property, there's no owner because it's been foreclosure. Like for example, TD Bank take it back, they don't have RPR. So for that, in that case, buyer just need to accept no RPR or RPR as is. Okay, 10.3. Say. Okay, 豆豆。来 10.3. Yeah. Yeah, 你念一下。
好吧
Yes.
我
对
okay. Okay, the buyer will pay the purchase price by a lawyer's trust check or bank draft.
Yeah, so payment, right? Like I mentioned, you meet the lawyer 5 days to 1 week, because it really depends on your lawyer book appointment. Lawyer, if they delay, also because they didn't get the mortgage information from the bank yet. So when they call you, they will tell you how much balance you need to bring it over to see them. So that will be the purchase price, not necessary unless you pay cash, but your down payment plus the bank mortgage. So, and you need to put a certified check or bank draft to trust, to lawyer trust. Okay. 10.4. Just
We're gonna go down the line this way.
Yeah.
这轮流
Items such as.
新同学今天可以跳过。Sir, yeah, you go. 10.4, right? Mhm.
Items such as real estate property taxes, local improvement fees, utilities, rents, security deposits, statutory interest or security deposits, mortgage interest, and homeowner association fees will be the seller's responsibility for the entire completion date and thereafter assumed by the buyer.
Yeah, so on the possession day, for example, that today is September 17, if you say possession day, September 17, normally we'll put 12 o'clock, 11:59, we don't want to misunderstand, not midnight. So we will put possession day, 11:59 a.m. So after 12 is buyer's house, but seller will pay today's whole day, like property tax, utility, all those fee, HOA fee. So lawyer will adjust the money from September 18 is buyer's responsibility. Okay, and that will be all adjusted by lawyer. And so when there's a time, buyer always come back and say, you say legal fees, blah, 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 then how come he asked me bring more? It's because those fee. Also plus land title transfer fee. There's a land title transfer fee. So lawyer will charge that back. Okay, 10.3. Should we? Oh, sorry. Oh, jump. Okay, 10.5. 好，圆圆来。
Oh.
旁听的也要念。
The seller's lawyer may use the purchase price to pay or discharge all of the seller's financial obligations related to the property. The seller's lawyer will provide the buyer's lawyer with evidence of all discharges, including where required, a certified copy of the certificate of title within a reasonable time after completion date.
Yeah, so when you see the land title, we have a seminar about land title before, but we can repeat in the future. Land title will say, currently, maybe there's a mortgage, TD Bank or second mortgage or any owing money. Buyer, most case, I would say 99%, no need to worry about that. Because on the possession day, seller's lawyer will pay out all the debt, all the owing. And then before they release the rest of money to seller. So buyer won't assume any debt from seller. So land title, we still need to check land title, but we need to we want to concern is on the land title is anything other than those debt. Okay? 10, 有没有问题? 10, any question? No? But today we'll go, okay, 10.6, right? 10.6. Say hi, Mania. Stephanie?
10.6. If the seller has entered into the written service agreement with a real estate brokerage, the seller instructs the seller's lawyer to honor the terms of the agreement, including the fee and other costs payable to the seller's brokerage.
Okay, so 10.6 refer to our listing contract. So now I'm teaching purchase contract. So after this one done, we will go to listing contract. So on the listing contract, seller will sign the agreement with the seller brokerage. So it's not signed with a realtor, it's signed with the company, the brokerage. But brokerage appoint the realtor to represent the seller. So at that listing contract, it was state the commission, like if the deal closed, how much commission will pay. So in Alberta real estate, in our rule is there's no fixed fee. We cannot say you have to pay this because this is a fixed fee. Then no, it's flexible, it's negotiable. I know US just changed. No, the seller cannot charge buyer agent fee. And they're talking about Canada, maybe will change too. But currently we still seller will listing contract. listing brokerage will charge both sides. We will charge like, for example, the market, we charge 7% at the first 100,000 and 3% at the balance. But seller brokerage provide buyers brokerage half, 3.5, 1.5. But this is not fixed. It's just like, it's a market commission. So seller can put down, if the buyer agent bring me a buyer, I will provide you 3.5, 1.5. So seller only has contract with the listing agent, not with the buyer agent. So if buyer purchase a house, one day he feel something cheating, something wrong, maybe size, maybe hidden problem. Normally, buyer agent cannot sue seller agent. He can only sue his own agent or seller because he and listing agent no contract. Understand? The representation. Yeah. So if we represent buyer, so as a buyer agent, we need to verify information, but we don't need to guarantee for seller. But we want to verify because we represent our buyer. But if you something very obvious, if it's wrong, you didn't even verify, or you try to hide it, then your buyer can sue you. Okay. 10.7 是不是？谁躲起来？上 10.7.
stay closer.
嗯。
10% the seller will pay the cost to prepare the closing documents, including an RPR will required cost to an existing tenancy of the property and provide a vacant possession to the buyer, and the cost to prepare, register, and discharge any sellers caveat based on this contract.
Okay, so on the possession day, seller's cost is the RPR and his own like legal fee or the discharge fee. But buyer will pay for land title fee. Land title transfer fee is buyer because it's transferred to buyer. Okay, 10.8. Kevin, 可以吗？
10.8, the buyer will pay the cost of the prepare, register, and the discharge, and buyer consent of the this contract and to register the transfer of land.
Yeah. So so buyer will pay for the land title transfer fee. That's what I say. Okay. So RPR is seller's responsibility. So normally if I represent seller, I will ask them update their RPR earlier, because if you don't remind your seller, wait till lawyer possession, then they do the rush order, the fee will be double. A lawyer will change a charge fee too.
Just curious, can a realtor reference both sides?
In Alberta, yes, not in BC. We can represent seller and buyer, dual agency. And also depends on the brokerage. Our brokerage policies, yes, yeah, we can be dual agents, yeah.
You need the
disclosure, yeah. But in BC, no, yeah. But because this case is that they want to be be fair, but most realtor will lean into if they're more close to listing agent, because listing seller pay the both side of fee. But I know I'm always quite fair in the middle. Yeah. Okay.
Because you say if you are just selling your property, you have to update your
RPR, yeah.
more soon as possible. Yeah, this have the limited time before you put on the market.
If RPR change, normally I will just order. I mean, it doesn't need to be right away before you put on the market, but suggest your seller do during selling. Yeah.
Yeah, because just for example, because my property, when we buy it and we don't have a deck. So previous owner don't have the deck. So we just ask the contractor to make a deck. So in the RPI should be changed.
Depends on the height. If you're like patio height or this height，你们刚考过试的，the deck height 要多高？Because I know if it's quite low, it's low. You don't need to update.
Oh, really?
Yeah, they treat it as grass or patio.
But even you have a late to the
有一个高度限制，你是 builder， 你知道？那个OK，
楼梯吗？还是
deck 的高度
under 4 feet?
，under 4 feet no need.
Considering as a patio,
Yeah,
and if higher than 4 feet, it's gonna be a deck. You have to be on the RPR.
yeah,
okay.
yeah. 因为我碰到 number 我就记不起。
Well, not really.
Yeah, if under 4 feet they treat it as grass.
But even 就是说，即使你有一个楼梯是用那个 concrete 做下来的，那个
concrete 的
那个
楼梯，
楼梯一定是
It's okay.
高过。
如果是 4
Yeah,
feet，
it has to be over 4 feet.
我说那个楼梯一定是会高过 4 feet 嘛，因为你楼梯下来，然后再
They kind of it is over 3 step.
Yeah.
It's considering as part of the deck.
哦
You know what I mean? Like,
Only 1 or 2 then doesn't.
like, well, to,
Yeah,
for
true.
example, you don't need to high rail. Or like over 3 step, it will have to be a handrail.
Oh, it's under,
Handrail is
it's
part of the-
under is.
Yeah, yeah, for the
Yeah.
safety wise.
yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. The reason is still they don't want to cover their utility right of way. Mainly it's the main concern is all about if city need to access to do anything and they don't want you block it.
Uh,
When we get the land title,
Yes,
so on the website, we have a map. And they have all the boundaries of the property. And you can see where is the boundary and where the neighbors are using it or not.
right.
You can easily access that information.
Yeah. But the problem is if you mean you get the RPR, right?
It's not RPR, it's like property boundary,
Boundary, yeah.
proper boundary for
Yeah.
every property in
Mhm.
Alberta.
Yeah.
So we're just gonna click on the property and
Yeah.
you can tell.
Yeah.
These are boundary and where neighbor are using it and.
But it's hard from you are talking about the MS Google,
Not MLS one,
the map. Okay.
not MLS
Okay.
one.
Mhm.
The land title has a different one.
Then title.
MLS one doesn't show the.
Yes,
exact boundary.
yeah, yeah. Okay, so you check the land
Yeah.
title map. Okay, good. Good students. I didn't, I don't, because for me, even they invade my property, I won't know
You can easily now know by that.
by that map. Oh, okay. They showed it, yeah. Okay, are we at which one? 10.8. We finished 10.8, right? Okay, 10.9, Kathy. You good? 发呆，聪明的同学都发呆。
The seller fails to deliver the closing documents in accordance with the clause 10.1 or 10.2, then the buyer's payment of
Oh, sorry.
of the purchase price and then the late interest will be delayed until the buyer or buyer's lawyer has received the closing documents and has a reasonable time to review and register them, obtain the advance of the mortgage, financing and verify the transfer of other value addeds.
Okay, so 10.9A, if the seller delay 10.1 and 10.2, that's mean the RPR or the land title documents. If it's seller's it's seller's delayed, then buyer has time, don't need to pay interest. Because on the purchase contract, if it's anything delayed, not anything like most of case, if it's delayed, buyer will pay the interest rate very high. Normally it's a prime plus, I forgot, did we, I mean, if it's a number, I forgot, but prime plus maybe 9? Okay, 银行知道吧 Okay, that will be where will show 上他是好同学，所以我都问他 Okay, maybe later you mention normal, here, 10.10B, completion date, we will use ATB financial rates, prime plus 3% daily. So if it's delayed, buyer will pay really high daily interest. But if it's seller's reason to delay, then buyer doesn't need to pay that. It mentioned the 10.98. I have a case is on the possession date, but the buyer couldn't sell their home. They have to delay. My seller is really upset, but I told her, no need to upset, you don't need the money, and they pay you so high interest rate till they got the money ready. So they just continue charge the money and no need to give them key till they get the money, all the money in place. Okay.
I have a question. So the interest would be the purchase price plus the interest.
Yeah.
Multiple the interest.
Yeah, the
right?
total purchase price. Yeah. So yeah, be very careful. So sometimes the buyers say, oh, on the possession that the house is dirty, I don't want to release money, but you'll be charged higher
Oh, yeah.
interest rate. So don't hold the money for the tiny small thing. Yeah. Okay, 10.9B. 好，再来一圈。
Okay.
嗯。
If the buyers is willing and able to close in accordance with this contract and wants to take possession of the property, then the seller will give the buyer possession on a reasonable terms, which will include the payment of the late interest only on the amount of mortgage being obtained by the buyer at interest rates of that mortgage.
Okay, that's mean if it's I don't know if it's continually from A, should be. If it's a delaying, is because a seller, but buyers still want to possession on the same day because it's not buyer's fault, right? So they only need to pay the interest, don't need to pay the principal part. That's your question, but this case is because it's seller's delay. Yeah. Okay, 10.10. Today we go faster, huh? 10.10A.
If the seller has complied with clause 10.1 and 10.2, but the buyer is not able to close in accordance with the contract, then the seller may, but is not obligated to, accept late payment of the purchase price and give the buyer possession upon reasonable terms.
嗯哼，
E 吗？
好，先 A 就好。So this is the case is because buyer, not because seller. So on the purchase contract, this is more favorable to seller because the house is seller's house, right? So if it's buyer's mistake, then seller has chance to reconsider. They can say, no, I don't want to sell to you because you couldn't give me money, or you're willing to charge interest and delay the possession. Okay, B.
If the buyer is willing to and able to close in accordance with this contract and wants to take the
B. B.
实施标了实施
又抓到一个发呆 ，space out
变忙。 If the seller agrees to accept late payment of the purchase price, and whether or not possession is granted, the buyer will pay late interest at the prime lending rate of the ATB Financial at the completion date, plus 3% calculated daily from and including the completion date to, but excluding the day the seller is paid in full. Payment received after 12 noon on any day will be payment as of the next business day.
So, for example, if now it's 6.2, right? Today's rate, then plus 3, 9.2. That's what I remember. Is normally it's around 8 to 9. Okay.
Everybody had different prime.
Yeah, but based on Alberta Treasury Branch because it's Alberta's contract, right? ATB. Yeah. So 10.11.
The seller and the buyer will instruct the lawyers to follow the Western Law Society
Convincing.
convincing
Mhm.
protocol in the closing of this transaction if appropriate.
Mhm. So convincing is normally like our brokerage, our accounting departments are convincing. So they were, the trust money will be released on the closing day. 11.1, normally this part, because nothing need to fill in. Most realtor won't even read it, but you need to know what's inside the contract. So if your customer has question, you know which class they need to be pay attention. Okay, 11.1.
Insurance.
Mhm.
The seller bears the risk of loss or damage to the property until the purchase price is paid. If such loss or damage occur before the purchase price is paid, any insurance proceed will be held in trust for the seller and buyer based on their interest.
Okay, so insurance, that's why on the possession day, when I just start to be the realtor, I do have we get a key the day before to walk through. And I make a mistake, I release the key to my buyer. And they hire somebody go and clean the furnace on the possession day in the morning, because we don't possession till noon. Seller come back and see buyers there with a worker cleaning the furnace. They're really mad, they want to sue us. At that time, I think, what's wrong? We just go and clean your the furnace. But now I know, in case if it's on fire or if anything happened, the worker has accident, the insurance is still under seller. So you need to be really careful. Don't release key till lawyer told you they receive money, because it's based on they receive money. The purchase price is paid. If purchase price is not paid, the responsibilities still go back to the seller, the insurance company. But if your buyer come in and do anything before possession day, the insurance can reject. Yeah. So like last month, the hail damage, lots of cases is possession, but the insurance money is at the seller's hand. Then, yeah. Okay. Any question?
Question.
Mhm.
When the position day, completion date is on September 17th, so the coverage will cover until September 17th for the seller.
Right, but insurance only based on if the money release. So around noon, if the lawyer receive money, then you release. But if on the possession day, lawyer says, sorry, we didn't receive the money yet, don't release the key. So realtor have to hold the key till they get the money. The main issue is because the insurance. Yeah. Anything can happen. It's happened to me, many strange case.
So this insurance is a REIX.
No, different. This is house insurance.
Oh,
So, even the lawyer didn't receive the money relief, but the buyer still needed to buy the insurance on that day, right?
Yes. But yeah, the buyer need to buy the insurance before they meet the lawyer. They didn't pay on that day, but they need to apply for the insurance and show the lawyer, because this is the third part, the insurance is must. Yeah. Today that's finished. So we will finish the purchase contract, and next week we'll take a break. And from October, we will move to Thursday afternoon. Okay, so 12.1, whose turn? 我忘了，是不是你？专门发呆的同学，开玩笑。
The seller or buyer fails to refuse to complete this contract, the other party may seek a remedy, such as a claim for deposit and the damage and a reasonable cost, including legal fees and a disbursements on a solicitor or client full in
indemnity
basis.
Okay, it did happen to me too. Okay, So on the possession day, if one side change mind, then they still have, the other side has a right to sue the seller or buyer. Okay, so, and then they can ask for all the compensation. So one case to me is Airbnb. The market is really good. So the seller sell and then they regret it. So they still try to not to possession on the possession day, but the buyer really hire a lawyer. So they end up have to sell to the buyer on the possession day. So this is, when the contract is a remove condition, is a firm sale, you have to obey the contract. So if happen on the possession day, one party didn't continue the contract, then they have to pay all the loss. Okay, 12.2.
A buyer defaults if the seller must restore the property title, enforce a lien against the property, or regain possession of the property, the seller may seek cost and other remedies.
这个 case 我没有遇过。OK， on buyer's default, so that's if the seller must restore the property title. OK, understand. If the buyer didn't pay, then the title go back to seller. That's the case. So when we meet with a lawyer normally will let you say, if somebody didn't pay, then $1 sell back to come back to seller. So that case is the buyer, maybe buyer don't have money, cannot continue, or something happened, disappear, or we don't know. So seller can just use $1, get the title back.
So do you have a penalty?
A penalty, yeah, seller will ask for the costs and remedies. Yeah. But normally it won't happen like this. It will happen by charge you high interest rate, the prime rate +3. Yeah. But this case, maybe buyer just simply disappear. Oh yeah, it happened like car accident, we don't know. Yeah. I do have a seller and buyer. It's seller after condition, one of the party just passed away. And then title, they cannot sign. We have to wait till funeral and the proofment of death, blah, blah, blah. So that kind of case, yeah. Okay, next one.
2.3, the seller and buyer agree that the property is unique. One seller
On sellers.
on seller defect, the buyer may make a claim for the special performance and other remedies.
Remedies. Okay, so that's mean normally on the contract we will check what's the house condition and we'll put the as view on which day. Sometimes we put on the contract, but on the possession day, if there's a hole or something, or maybe some cabinet remove. One of my cases, my seller, they thought the closet is the shelf is theirs, so they remove the shelf, but it's attached. Then on the possession day, the buyer said, "Why it's disappeared?" So I asked my seller, "Bring it back." They don't know. They thought that's theirs. They took it away. And also some cases. Foreclosure. For foreclosure, they can do that because no guarantee. I met one seller, they cannot pay the mortgage, so the bank take back, so they became tenant. And on the possession day, they remove all kitchen cabinet. But buyer, because you're buying foreclosure, so as is. But normally, if it's a normal case, seller need to guarantee buyer, it will be the same or similar condition as the one you see. But with lawyer or they don't want because the light fixture, light bulb doesn't work or small thing, So on the past 20 years, 10 years, we will write down if anything under how much money, don't come back. But now we don't write this either, just a normal condition. Yeah. Okay. Next one. Yeah. 旁听同学
A notice under the contract means a written document, including notice required by the contract, and this contract when accepted.
So notice, normally what kind of notice was sent? Waiver, like we write the purchase contract, but we will have condition, right? Mortgage approval, home inspection, subject to this or that. Then we will send a notice to waive or don't waive condition. So these written documents, this is, if it's in the contract, that's mean normally it's the condition. Then the contract when accept notice will be in effect. It will part of the contract.
Okay, a notice is effective at the time the document is delivered in person or sent by fax or email.
Yeah, now it's all or mainly by email, DocuSign. Yeah. Okay, next one.
Giving notice means the document is transmitted by one of these methods. And regardless of the method, the notice document is recognized as an original document.
Yeah, so if the notice is, it could be amendment or it could be waiver or non-waiver, that will be the part of the contract. Yeah, next one.
For documents that require a signature, an electric signature as defined in the Electric Transactions Act, or a digitized signature will have the same function as an ink signature.
Yeah, this is new, like right now, everybody use DocuSign. So it could be, it's considered as a legal signature. Okay, and 14 is just both agents information, and oh, I thought we were done, but we still have. But this is no need to explain, just yeah, both party information. So we're finally done. How many months? But I treat it as reading 红楼梦. Detail, well, really detailed. We explain everything. Yeah. So yeah, 谢谢, thank you. So remember next week we take a break, and October we move to Thursday 2 o'clock. And any of new students want to continue, just we need a deposit, then we'll continue. And when we have our another training course, this will transfer, so you don't need to pay again. Okay, just want to let you join us earlier. Don't need to wait till next January. No, you don't need it. That's one. That one's for them to prepare the license course. Yeah.
You're preparing for license?
They need to. I create a new course to train the people who want to prepare the exam to pass the license. Yeah, but that will combine with a training. But oh no, not combine. When we have the new course, that's separate. This will continue. This is for you to real can be a realtor. That one is just for you to pass the exam. Yeah, because those past exam may be not useful. You need to memorize the acts, the regulation. It doesn't help you to making commission. 好，谢谢，来再多吃点东西，谢谢你们今天来。然后有兴趣的同学，请跟那个米秀登记一下好吗？好，所以你们会继续10月份来上课。So October course is in